First off, hey, congratulations on a sold out show here in Victoria. That's for sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
No, super pumped. Yeah, I don't know the last time we were back in Victoria. Years ago.
And then congratulations as well on a new album coming out this Friday. Part Time Believer is out. How exciting is that for you all?
It's been a minute coming, so we're very excited to get it out.
Tell me a little bit about the album. I'm interested if you had any like real goals going into this thing, or just what you're most excited about in terms of the new album. Tell me about it.
We spent a long time on this one. Just talk about the elephant in the room. The pandemic. We had like lots of time to work on songs. I think sort of there wasn't a real specific intent to sort of like drill into one particular area, but I think it's very much a Strumbellas record, dealing with like lots of kind of feelings and thoughts, emotions. Like its song is about falling in love and what happens when we die, and whether I'm a failure or a hero, or if I'm just somewhere in between all the time. And I think it's often what we aim for is like really sad lyrics set to really happy music, where a person kind of goes like, "Did I just sing? Did I just sing what I think I sang? Like, am I singing about what I think I am?" But we want it to be a joyous celebration of negative emotions.
But just from the title alone, I can imagine that it gets into some pretty deep places and some pretty cool explorations of, what it is to be human and what there is outside of that too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of life can be a lot of storm clouds kind of thing, and it's seeing the light and trying to push through and seeing the silver linings of whatever you're going through kind of thing, and finding belief in something, whether it be yourself or a loved one or a family member or a friend, and or yeah, just kind of getting through it and just seeing like the hopeful undertones and everything and just pushing through and keeping going with it.
I always wonder how bands and I wonder how you all deal with this too, but like not being rusty on that first show. I imagine it's a ton of preparation, but to hit the stage for that first time on a tour after a while, that must be kind of a lot.
Yeah, but you kind of just have to sprint at it and know that the preparation will pay off. I find obviously there'll be a few speed bumps, a few kinks in the road kind of thing as you go, but it's one of those that like, well, yeah, you just come out the gates and just go for it. I think is the intent, and just have fun with it. Just know that everybody's there to have a good time, just as much as you're there to have a good time, and it's yeah, just having a good time.
Speaking of preparation, is there anything that you all like to do in preparation for a big tour like this that might be unique to this band?
I cleaned my floors today, my whole apartment, but so that when I come back, I'm not super depressed to come home.
Is it a bit of a
Just
letdown after a tour?
Uh,
Like
uh,
it must be like coming home from a vacation, right?
the come down is horrendous. So I try and do everything in my power to make sure that like fresh bedding, clean floors. Yeah, it's a bit interesting for sure, but
yeah,
we'll get
I was gonna say like I feel like people are often what do you guys do right before you go on stage? Like I think some bands have like real rituals and things they do. Like I think we just don't have one. And like I always say like we should get one going, but like none is stuck yet. But like it's a lot of just like hanging out. It's a lot of being on roads. Like it's just kind of like you're hanging out and you're like, oh, let's get pumped up, you know?
we tend to just get as stupid as humanly possible and just start singing the weirdest renditions of songs at each other. But apart from that, yeah, we need something. We need like a cool handshake or something.
Yeah. You don't do the huddle or anything like that.
No, we never. I think we've done the huddle one time, sort of tongue in cheek. I think it was not necessarily done honestly. I think it was a bit of like, let's go, And, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, again, we're really excited for this show that is coming up. Oh my God, you're here on Saturday, the day after the album drops. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, so we're pumped about that. And then again, we're playing the new song Hold Me as well. So can you tell, for our listeners and everyone who's enjoying the song out here, can you tell us a little bit about specifically this song?
Yeah, it's honestly just a love song. It's about needing somebody when you're most vulnerable, which I think we've all been there at some degree, at some point in our lives where it's just like kind of just grasping at that person and just needing that person, whoever they may be.
That's really nice. Before I let you guys go, I wanted to ask you about, I just was thinking about it today. It's just like, wow, Spirits came out in, I think it was 2016. Is that right?
Yeah.
So wild to think that's coming up on a decade. And I wonder if, you reflect from that point forward, this huge breakout hit, if there's anything that like occurs to you at this point, or specifically if there's anything you've really noticed change about being in a band, being, touring musicians, the music industry in general, or anything like that.
I mean, I think like to imagine this coming up on 10 years is like a bit of like a mind-blowing fact to think about, like because time has gone by so quickly. In general, I mean, I just think I'd like reflect on how amazing it has been and like the positive impact it has had on our ability to take this project out across North America for 3 months. And I think I still find like when you get the notification from Spotify that's like it's at X hundred of million spins, like it's still a mind-blowing thing. And like I hope that never goes away. I hope on the 10-year anniversary, I'm still just as humbled by seeing those numbers as at the 20-year anniversary and whatnot. Like I just think it's still a cool experience to be like, man, that song connects with so many people, and like it's a blessing.
Do you feel like as well that, because the sound of the Strumbellas is it's kind of more of a timeless sound than being something that's like so trendy or in the moment, that kind of also removes the band and the song from like a normal passage of time? Does that strike you as well?
Yeah, like yeah, it's hard like I think to view your own music through a lens other than your own, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I just hear the Strumbellas like, and I just hear music that like I love and I want to put out. It's like it's a bit of like a mind experience to be like, to think of it as timeless or whatever, because I think like most artists, you just kind of make what you make, like, it just kind of comes out of you. And like, I think if you're like chasing trends and whatnot, like there's one thing to be like inspired by what's going on around you. I think if you're like always trying to emulate, yeah, I'm not sure I know many artists who do that. You know what I mean? It just kind of, again, it just sort of like you take in all these things and then it comes out of you. And if what you make is timeless, or if what you make is like very much of the moment, I mean, that's cool too.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I got it from, but I had a big discussion with a producer friend about that, where it's like, if you're chasing a trend, you're already way too late with that kind of thing. But you can definitely, like John said, gain inspiration from it and just kind of make that your own and put it into what you do and make it yeah, your own, and just be kind of organic with it, rather than kind of like trying to force yourself into, we're going to do a dubstep. So, like it just doesn't end up making sense, and it just feels not right when you kind of try that stuff.
Well, it sounds like you're getting the inspiration from the right place, and that's lovely and wonderful. We're excited again for the album out on Friday, for the show on Saturday. I wish I could sell you some tickets, but again, all sold out. Fire department special here. Can't cram any more people in. So, so we'll just say we're really looking forward to having you out here on the West Coast, and best of luck with everything in the whole tour and all that.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The Zone at 91.3.